Welcome to Tofurious Toys. Thank you for joining me for this review of the Build-A-Horse Wave, the Joker figure from the DC Multiverse line by McFarlane Toys. Here on the front we can see the Joker figure from the Dark Knight Returns storyline, as well as a horse's head and the saddle with a knife and a spare hand. Printed on the package, it states that it's for 12 and over. It shows the DC Multiverse logo, the Joker title at the bottom, and the Collect to Build horse. On the left side, there's a little bit of a window. You can't see much. It says the Joker's name printed on the package and the DC Multiverse title there at the top. On the right, printed at the top, it says Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, and down the side it says the Joker, The Dark Knight Returns. On the top, we can see the top of the Joker's head. It's just some green hair. On the bottom is the standard legal disclaimers, as well as a barcode and the part number. Moving to the back, at the top we see the McFarlane Toys logo in the top right hand corner, and directly below that to the left it shows that this is the Joker figure from the Batman The Dark Knight Returns. Some text that indicates that every figure comes with a collectible trading card, and below that we get a breakdown of which figures come with which Build-A-Horse parts and a quick illustration on how to put it together. The bottom quarter of the package shows the additional figures in the wave, and I do believe these are the illustrations that are on the trading cards as well. I neglected to hit record the first time I did this, so this is a do-over. Let's get this guy out of the package. Here is the front of the card. Here's the back. Pause it if you want to read it. Front, back, blah, blah, blah. Here we have the horse's head. I will do a separate video putting this guy together. Here we have the saddle. It's really nicely detailed. Here's a bit of a preview of what we will be comparing the horse to in a later video. I just thought the saddle would look funny on Motaro's back. Here's the eye dagger. I'm kind of disappointed we don't have a second head to put it in. Here's an alternate left hand. I don't really know what it's to hold. I am not a fan of the joints that he uses for the wrists and ankles. Coming back up from that negative note here, I love this paint detail and that sculpt. It's gorgeous. Pants are pretty plain. Moving on to articulation, his head looks up that far. He's got that chin, keeps him from looking down too far. Full 360 at the neck. At the shoulder, his arm moves up that far, a little past 90 degrees. His shoulder has full 360 degrees rotation. He's got the double jointed elbow. There is no bicep cut. I mentioned that I'm not a fan of these ball hinges he uses here, but they do allow for great movement. It's just sometimes hard to get it positioned the way you want it. I'm not sure what joint it is under the jacket here, but there is a little bit of forward and back movement at the waist, and there is 360 degree rotation. He can almost do the full splits. Where the thigh connects to the hip joint, it does rotate outwards a little bit and inwards a little bit. All of his characters with the thicker legs seem to have a single joint at the knee. It was a struggle straightening out the ankles earlier, so I'm not going to move those too much. There is toe articulation though. Getting the ruler back here, we see that he stands at 7 1/8 of an inch. Look at that smile. First up, we have the DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Lobo from Mattel, followed by Shredder from the Ultimates line by Super 7. Then we have the Mark 43 Iron Man from 3-0. Then we have the animated Shredder from NECA Toys, immediately followed by another offering from NECA Toys, the Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. Here we have the homage to Battle Cat from Mythic Legions, Kauros by the Four Horsemen. Here is Hal Jordan from the McFarlane Toys multiverse, followed by his partner John Stewart from NECA Toys. Here we have Batman in a straitjacket, also from McFarlane Toys. Last but not least, we'll throw a banana in for scale. I wanted to find my other Dark Knight Returns Joker for this video, but I was torn between digging through 100 buckets to find it or being lazy. Think that one was released when Mattel was starting to add more articulation points to the legs of the DC Multiverse figures. I should buy another one of these figures and drill a hole in his eye that I can put the knife in. I am appreciating the amount of detail that is going into the sculpt work of these McFarlane Toys Multiverse figures, but as I previously stated, I am not a fan of these ball joints that he uses on the ankles and wrists. They are hideous and hard to maneuver. One of these days I'll throw together a collector's card book and throw all these cards I have in there. I love the face on this guy. It's great. That is a terrifying smile. And I am a big fan of the purple that highlights different parts of his outfit here. There it is. This has been my review of the Build-A-Horse Wave, the Joker figure from the DC Multiverse line by McFarlane Toys. I am really enjoying making these videos. I do appreciate your time if you have stuck with me this far. If you like what you have seen, please punch that thumbs up icon in the face. If you didn't care for it, please let me know how I may improve future videos. Thank you for joining me here at Furious Toys.